Rick.
Whose warm, compelling sincerity holds him high in the hearts of cinema-goers all over the world, as Lightoller, the
Host on a podcast
whose destruction shook the very foundation of man's progress and marked the end of an era.
You asked it around, you took it out of my face. It's gone.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Come on.
That is not paid for by them. That is paid for by the people of Detroit.
You are qualified, ML.
I'm not qualified for this job.
Let me tell you something. You want to go right now? Okay? You want to go right now, Al?
Hey kids, it's your old pal ML Elric. And that intro was from A Night to Remember, which was a story about the Titanic, because we were hoping to have John Niyo on to talk about his new Edmund Fitzgerald book. And I thought, you know what? If there's anybody who knows about an infallible ship hitting an iceberg and sinking, it's a guy who covers the Wolverines.
Har.
No,
There's always a shot there.
So that was our friend and co-host and producer Mark Fellhauer, and that poignant silence, which is not that different from his regular silence or his disinterested silence or he's checking his phone silence or his
really angry.
When is this song over because I have to pee silence, is our friend Shawn Windsor and co-host.
Never disinterested.
Never disinterested.
Never disinterested. If I'm checking the phone, it's because of...
Well, we had to restart
stuff.
the show because he said, it's great to be back here at WDET.
Oh, did I say that?
Yeah. Not disinterested, just a little confused sometimes.
Oh, I'm sitting up. I'm looking
early
at the
onset.
monitor.
I know. I don't know what's going on with your life. Nobody moves around more doing a show than Shawn Windsor. Like, you move around so much. It's a weird quirk.
He's like a prize fighter.
And it's not because you are bursting with energy.
No, it's I don't know if it's weird. People move, right?
Maybe he's just electric.
No, not really.
Could be. I heard that.
That's not it at all.
I've heard that before.
No, it's just trying to get comfortable. And this big old bag of bony bones was
Bony bones.
a little bit too much blubber.
So anyways, we don't have John Niyo, but he does have a new book about the Edmund Fitzgerald, so check it out. A lot of written about the Edmund Fitzgerald. The Free Press had some
maybe a little too much.
Great coverage about the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Whoa. Why are you taking a shot at the Edmund Fitzgerald?
No, I'm not taking a shot at that. I mean,
to tell our colleague Jamie LaRue that you didn't appreciate her work.
No,
Jamie,
not
you're
at
out
all. No, it's all great. Rest in peace.
That's S. Windsor at freepress.com.
No, we don't want to disrespect any of that. We just, at some point, I think it'd be nice if we wrote for people that are under 70.
Sure, yeah, I guess 50 years after these 29 men lost their lives. Enough with the dead guys from the ship. By the way,
I'm not saying don't remember it or don't pay respects. I'm just saying, you know.
I can't wait.
Are we ever going to try to get in touch?
I can't wait till we get to the country's
changing culture
250th anniversary,
behind us?
Sean. Like,
All right,
okay, America's 250. Enough with America
It's not
already.
just newspapers.
Or
though.
Veterans Day. Today's Veterans Day.
It's not just, and did we do too much of coverage? It's not just.
We're going to have a little tribute to the veterans in room 7609.
It's not
so stick around
just.
for that.
It's not just.
Who cares about World War I?
Yeah,
It's not just. You can do that in a book. It's not just newspapers. Radio's the same way, right?
What do you mean?
We're falling out of touch, you know.
Wait, are you now channeling Mitch
No,
Albom
but
with his tribute to Warren Pierce, the late great Warren Pierce?
No, I'm just saying that it would be nice if we resonated, and by we I mean people our age and the businesses we're in. If we resonated with somebody that was, I don't know, 23. Like I mean, newspapers used to do that, right? I mean,
well, you know, people our age resonate with somebody who's 23, and then we get called creepers. I don't stay away from the 23-year-olds.
It's
now they're 46-year-old mamas. Give me a call.
No, I just think, hey, the way forward
288-9070.
Our business model, let's write
Butterfield 8.
No, we can keep it up. We can keep writing about baseball and shipwrecks from the 70s. That's great.
Well, you know, you've been writing about college sports. It's been around for 100 years. Maybe it's time for you to get into esports or maybe.
No, we might need to get a.
Quidditch.
We might need to move away from
Roblox.
Hey, people are getting tired of college sports right now. They're
what?
They're fed up.
Yeah, because it's
why?
It's just a money grab. That's why.
Pretty much what Mike said.
Mercenaries.
I'm not saying I agree with it, but hey, we got to go where the readers are.
I cannot follow that logic. Why would people be fed up with that, but then still like the NFL or other professional sports?
Because you expect the NFL to be people who do it for the money because they don't get to pick where they go. They get drafted or traded. I guess they could as a free agent sign somewhere else.
We try at least sometimes to go where the readers are. Let me give you a quick example. A few weeks ago, Michigan State was playing at Indiana, in football, and down in Bloomington, great place, by the way, lots of limestones, really pretty. We thought, hey, could this be Jonathan Smith's last game? Turns out it wasn't. But I think the same weekend,
may have been his best game.
The same weekend, Washington was at Michigan, and originally that's what I was going to go to. But we kind of started talking, you know what, people aren't really I mean, Michigan's kind of meh this year. It's weird because they're still in the hunt for the college football playoff, but the numbers just haven't been there.
And they're not terribly entertaining. I mean,
No, they're not.
The games
So
are kind of slogs.
The interest, yeah, exactly. So so we said, hey, you know, Michigan State hadn't any readership at all, but now that they think their coach is possibly going to be out, people are hate reading, and the numbers are spiking. So we adapted at the last minute, and I went to Bloomington instead of staying in Ann Arbor for Michigan. So we can do it. It can be done.
And we do have some feedback from people who have some questions about Jonathan Smith and what's going on at Michigan State. We're going to get to that in a little bit. First, we want to let you know who brought us here. That's Luke Nowacki and Pinnacle Wealth Strategies. If you are trying to plan your future, trying to make sure that you can navigate those economic shoals safely, call Luke and Zach at Pinnacle Wealth Strategies. We're also brought here by you, our sponsors, the Soulmates, the people who join us on our Patreon supporters group, and for as little as $5 a month, get to watch the show, get the show before everybody else, don't have to listen to those annoying insertion ads, get our monthly bonus episode, and have special opportunities like the Smiths United are coming up. They're Wednesday before Thanksgiving. If you're a Soulmate and you'd like to join us at a little pre-show party, this is going to be an opportunity later on. We'll tell you how to do that. So thank you for sponsoring us. We have a sponsor on hiatus, which means things are a little leaner for the time being, and they're always kind of lean over here. And we had a couple new people step up to support us. We're going to acknowledge them later. And we encourage you to join them because the more of you there are, the less chance there is that we won't be here. Shawn already has sold both of his kidneys, which explains why he's now
I didn't know
peeing
your
during
side.
Geek of the
I could have
Week.
bought one.
And
Why don't we acknowledge them now?
And room 769.
You want to make them wait?
I can do it now if you want.
It's good.
She's organized.
You're
for
thinking
it.
about a radio tease, right?
Well, you know, I mean, sometimes you'd like to give people
At the
some
top of the hour,
anticipation.
we're going to tell you something about people that really matter.
Well, no,
But you got to wait till then.
I thought maybe we,
Do
just
radio
kinda
teases ever work?
get back
I mean,
to our content.
Being in that business,
Ask Dave.
Well,
Doug
they do the
Karsh.
same thing in television, right?
Doug
And-
Karsh is the king of the tease at
Well,
97.1.
These days you can still binge, although that's changing.
yeah, but I
that's
still
changing
feel
a little bit. Right,
Still
the end
feel
of a
like
show,
television's a little more active. You're
Cliffhanger.
actively viewing it, where radio is just kind of there a lot of times. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Like,
I
are you going to
think-
come back in 20 minutes to hear something that was teased on radio? I don't know. You're probably going in a store or reach your destination.
Well, plus what they tease is in 20 minutes, Larry from Flat Rock's going to tell us that we need to trade all the Tigers
Wait a
for
second.
Shohei Ohtani. Stick around for that after the break.
Are you dissing Flat Rock?
No, I'm dissing Larry.
And by the way, are you dissing Larry?
Yeah.
By the way, I was not dissing Jamie. Jamie did fine work. Good work.
Let me just read this. We have a text from a listener. When that mother scratcher gets to work, I'm going to snap his neck, although it's got a lot of waddles on it, says Jamie L. from Detroit.
Not Flat Rock?
No, Larry. Larry chased everybody out of Flat Rock, which is otherwise a fantastic community, so just be careful.
By the way, the President of the United States was a couple of booths down from me.
Oh, you were in Washington?
Sunday afternoon.
Oh, did you go say hi to him?
In Washington, D.C. No, I didn't, although a colleague of mine, actually John Niyo, who's a terrific columnist for the Detroit News.
One of the best sports writers in town.
Yeah, much better than I am, no question.
You're in the top 10.
No, I'm 10,000. 10,000.
Yeah, well,
I'm not in the top 10. Anyway, we were told ahead of time the security was going to be, whatever, really, really tight to get there super, super early.
The president was going to be there.
Yeah, the
People
president
weren't
was gonna
that
be there.
amped up about John Niyo.
No, so we were
They
told
should have
this.
been.
So the Secretary of Defense was there too, Mr. Pete.
Was he doing push-ups?
No, but he had his shirt off, so that was kind of odd.
So did Wojo.
Waving his tie around. No. So after the game,
Wojo's getting a dishonorable discharge.
after the game,
especially since he grew that beard.
when the game ends, right, you got to hustle down to the locker room, and I have to write what we call at our paper an instant column, and sometimes it takes a few minutes to file, so I don't often get to go down with most of the media. I get down there 5-6 minutes later. I get there in time, but in any case. So the first wave goes down. They're going down a stairwell. You walk out of the press box and, the stadium, down a little ramp in the stairwell. There's nobody really around, and John and those guys were going down as the Secretary of Defense was coming up, and he brushed shoulders, and he said there were a couple of gunmen at the bottom of the stairwell, but there was no security. It was just kind of odd.
Yeah, but you're kind of in a secure area, right? Hadn't
I mean,
everybody
sort
already
of,
cleared
but
security?
It just sort of, but not. I mean, it was interesting.
That's kind of nice that he didn't have a bunch of security with him.
Yeah,
I mean, he's a warrior.
It was like
Neo's lucky he didn't get his neck snapped.
It was like he was a Norwegian or something. The Norwegian defense minister. Just walking down the street, going to get a cup of coffee.
That would be Minister of War, Shawn, if you don't mind.
That's right, yeah.
Trying to keep up.
Yeah, Minister of anything.
Minister of War.
I don't know. No, in all seriousness, a couple things that were odd. One, there was the 747 Air Force One flyover.
That was pretty cool, though. Come on.
It's a little. No, it's not really cool. It's
what?
It's just narcissistic.
Was it the Qatari Air Force One? Or are they still working on that?
No, it's
You're
like when I was
the only person I know that doesn't like a flyover.
I love flyovers.
What's wrong with
I
it?
love all kinds of military. I grew up in the military.
I know.
I love flyovers. Presidents
If
don't.
Belvin could hear you now.
But he would not. He wouldn't like the flyover at all of a Air Force One.
Well, he'd fly over with his robe open.
But
that would
you know,
that's
probably the most
flyover.
recognizable plane in this country.
But in fairness to Trump, this is what he did at Daytona. He's done this a couple times, and then he went on TV afterwards, like, "Oh, that's the best flyover ever." Of course he did.
I mean,
Until the next one.
You got to admit, this is what he does really, really well. I mean, if I was president, I gotta say, I'd probably do a flyover and attend football games and sporting events and go on the broadcast too.
It's the first time since the 70s that a sitting
Carter,
president done. And there's a reason for it. It wasn't as bad this time because the
Nixon,
crowd
right?
wasn't.
Nixon was a big football
No,
fan.
it's really selfish to do. It's incredibly disruptive. It wasn't so bad this time, but when he went to the U.S. Open final, half that crowd in August at tennis U.S. Open, half that crowd didn't get in until the second set. You're like, oh, screw those wealthy people. But no, it is so incredibly disruptive. So you got to have.
Was it disruptive though to the game and people getting in? Because I honestly don't know.
No, it seemed fine with it and with the Commanders game, the Lions Commanders game. I guess we should say that for the folks in Wisconsin who are listening.
Sure.
But
they're disappointed about
but
last night.
You said he's so good at this. What was interesting? It was odd. He was booed. And you figure, okay, NFL game, he's gonna have a lot of supporters there.
I would think so.
He was booed more than cheered, and that was surprising. Even in D.C., that surprised me.
Could those be furloughed federal workers or people who got doged who are season ticket holders?
So if you think about the area it's in, of course
because Virginia went blue big time, more than expected.
The stadiums in Landover.
But you have federal employees in the Beltway. Maryland.
No, but Maryland's a blue state, plus all the federal workers. But I think it's somehow more than that. It's just people don't like chaos. And they're tired.
I would agree with that.
And they're tired of the chaos. And he got reelected because people sort of forgot about the chaos and because the prices were really, really high. They're no longer high, by the way.
Prices are
completely
lower than ever.
Since you were there,
but isn't that wild? That
did they show him booed? Did they show him multiple times? Because the clip that's made its rounds is him getting booed while he's swearing in.
They showed him on the big screen. Yeah. Immediately got booed. And then he hung out that little window. At first, he was behind sort of the protective glass, and then he hung out the window and was just clapping. And every time that happened, he got booed. And there are all these people who were flipping him off, who were right there, like right under him, right under the suite. The seats go right up to the suite.
I just wished when he was doing the swearing in, just let him do it. I mean,
wait, he swore in members of the military?
Yeah.
And people booed?
People booed like crazy. Cool. I agree with you.
I don't care how you feel about Trump.
It's pretty shitty because it's not about Trump at that moment.
But it is about Trump.
But you serve the commander-in-chief. No matter who it is, you serve the commander-in-chief.
No,
whether it's
I'm sorry. No, I'm not buying the propaganda. They set that up at an NFL football game.
Yeah,
there's no reason to do that. None.
That's fair, but you don't.
None.
But you don't boo it.
Yeah, you do. I mean, I wouldn't have, but because I grew up in the military, right? But I understand people saw through it.
But
they weren't.
That's
booing
fine. But you still have that group of people in the end zone
who were being used as pawns.
Maybe.
Yeah, but you can hold your applause or your cheers until after they're in.
Yeah.
I mean, just to me that could be one of those things where if you're so offended, just turn your back, just turn around. But I think we've learned a lot.
Yeah,
over
right.
the last 50 or 60 years.
So the guy who says they're suckers and losers, is going to get up there and do that in an NFL football game.
I know he has lowered the level of decorum greatly, but still, I don't know. That just sits wrong with me. I don't like him. I don't think I'd boo him or give him the finger or anything.
No, I wouldn't do anything like that either, but I understand people's frustrations.
But at that, you got to realize also the moment and what else is going on. And not everything in life or in this country is about him.
It's not. But if you feel that way, I wouldn't have booed. But if you feel that way and you don't, then you feel like you're getting used and manipulated by a whole staging that isn't about these soldiers anyway.
No,
it's about Trump, right? I mean, that was the whole point.
I get that, but there's collateral damage. It's like when you hit somebody with a pie and the guy next to him gets whipped cream all over their face. Sorry, pal, didn't mean to get you when I was pieing this CEO. But to me, when you get into the military, and again, it's Veterans Day, so we want to thank everybody who served. And you know, I had my one brush with the military, which wasn't particularly glorious. I may have told you guys about it before, but anyway,
I don't remember that.
But. Oh yeah, my brief flirtation with the Marine Corps, but
I do.
Yeah, you do remember that.
Yeah.
So anyway, you know, these folks decided to serve. They decided to make a commitment. They could cost them their lives. We see our veterans come back in all kinds of states that we never imagined, between the PTSD and the injuries and the you know, the diseases we don't even have names for, the things they're exposed to.
I mean, some people would classify that as being used, right?
And what did you say
they get paid.
What did you say on the broadcast, by the way?
But hold on a second. Let me just finish this thought. They're getting in to serve us, whether or not they agree with that president. They're getting in to serve us because they want to serve us, and they're doing it now. And so they don't get to choose who swears them in. Now, maybe those folks thought it was great to be sworn in by the president. It is a pretty distinct honor, and I'm sure they screened them to make sure somebody wasn't going to go, you know, I'll never serve you, you red-headed clown or whatever. But I think we can give them that minute, and then when that's done, you know, unleash the full fury if that's what's in your soul. But I mean, man, we gotta keep the, you know, I think one of my concerns about this presidency is that the military is not being kept out of politics, and for us to rain booze on the induction ceremony is now us dragging them into politics. So if you don't like the way the military is being politicized, don't boo at that point. Just say, you know what, we're going to let these guys do their thing, these women do their things. I guess we can't let these trannies do their thing because that's not welcome in the military. Even to me, if you're willing to lay down your country, your life for this country, I don't care which bathroom you use. Exactly. You're a better man, woman, or they than me. So, but anyway, I was sorry to hear that. I'm again. As long as you're not watch
fat.
The Lions.
As long as you're not fat, right?
Or a beardo.
That's right.
Although did you see when they had the White House briefing and J.D. Vance was out there and somebody said, "Hey, so Mr. Vice President, I guess you couldn't get in the military now." He's like,
"Why? Because I'm fat? Oh,
he's
because
like,
of my beard."
Like, what are you talking about? He's like, "Well, you know, the Secretary of War the other day said no beardo." So he was like, "Well, I didn't have a beard when I was in the Marines." I thought that was kind of a funny moment.
Yeah.
J.D. Vance is pretty good on his feet. He's pretty quick. I'm not sure he's consistent in his beliefs or philosophies, but he's pretty nimble.
Mm-hmm. John, no comment.
Sean's getting ready to boo.
No, I'm not going to talk about Vance.
So, what was D.C. like with the shutdown? I mean, we've heard ridership on the metro is down. That people aren't out and about because they're laid off and they don't have any money to spend.
The one I rode the metro several times. The one time it was full was on the way to the stadium. It was full of Lions fans. It's funny, we stopped.
Did you see the National Guard out there, all the troops out there?
I did, and I saw the...
What were they doing?
Walking around just talking. I didn't see that
Getting
many.
Their steps in?
I saw them 3 different times. One time it was 2 guys. One time it was maybe 6. The other time it was maybe 3 or 4. And they would just sort of stand there. And I saw them in like DuPont Circle, which is a very affluent... sort of, old money. Well, not old money, I guess, at this point. But
I think you'd see more sailors in DuPont Circle.
No. That was who sort of gentrified the neighborhood. 30 years ago.
Sure.
But it's it's a lovely little neighborhood. There are lots of great neighborhoods actually in D.C. But you just
why don't you just move there?
It's just weird.
You like it so much.
No, it's just weird. One funny thing I thought was that
how old are you?
Riding the metro, the subway, and it was elevated.
The Marc,
at this point.
I think it's called.
Out to the stadium, we stopped and people got on, and a couple of people got off. And
that happens with trains.
The train is packed.
Pretty extraordinary.
The train's packed with Lions fans. So people get on, get off, and the door closes, and we don't go. And then the conductor comes on and says, we have a slight delay here. Actually, it's going to be 4 hours because I don't want any of you fans getting to the game.
Oh, that's kind of funny.
And that was a little
levity.
So that was kind of, you don't normally hear that. And then when we got to the stadium, he started talking again about, hey, thank you all for coming, for visiting Washington, D.C., for coming to the game. And miracles do happen. Go Commanders.
Didn't work.
Well,
Didn't work.
No, it did not work.
One of my good friends on my volleyball team is about to have his first son, his first child, and he's got tickets to the Lions game next week.
In Philly?
No. Again, Green Bay, maybe.
Oh, Thanksgiving.
Yeah, whatever it is. Yeah. So, big fan here. But so he's like, well, I'm probably going to skip the game because my baby's going to be born. I said, are you kidding me? And he's like, what? I said, your kid's going to be alive for 70 years. You're going to see your kid all the time. The Lions are going to be good for another year or two. You should probably go to the game before they start sucking again. I would go to the game and then, spend the rest of the life with your kid. But this is the time when Lions fans are making hard decisions because they're so good. It's like, do I witness the birth of my child or do I go see the Lions play the Packers? And I will tell you, when that meeting broke up, no firm decision had been made.
Can't someone just FaceTime him from the birth while he's at the stadium?
I don't know if you can have phones in the birthing room anymore because the doctors are all worried about
right, yeah.
So wait a second, Mark, just real quick.
being sued.
Going back for a second, were you were surprised at the booze? You said you were surprised.
I was surprised at the big clip that was going around. That's why I was intrigued by if they showed him or if they booed him.
No, he got booed several times.
Which is interesting. So that makes it even worse in my mind that they booed him when he was swearing in the new military members, because that's the clip that made its round, right? Where he's sitting there reading.
So here's my question to you. Is he such a ninja? And I asked this to some colleagues in the press box after this, during the game. Is he such a ninja that he knew he was going to get booed and that they were going to be able to clip that up and have it go viral?
No, I don't think he likes getting booed.
Here's the left. They hate America. They are booing our soldiers.
I don't think he...
Because
I don't
absolutely...
think he needs to be booed to claim that anyway.
That's absolutely what happened online.
Yeah.
And I'm kidding when I say that, but I was thinking, I wonder if he's actually that good at chess.
I don't think he likes getting booed.
Yeah, I don't.
No, I'm kidding. But I just,
I don't think he's a chess player, but I think he does whatever the hell he wants. And I think part of his appeal is people are like, all right. There was even an editorial in the Washington Post that said, everybody calm down about tearing down the East Wing. It's like, one of the problems with trying to do anything in Washington is you have to go through all these procedures and processes, and it drags it out. And it's like, in the end, whatever. Which I was like, whoa, Washington Post. I guess Jeff Bezos really is.
I think
winning in on the.
Didn't Bezos donate?
I think like $25 million. Yeah. So I kind of wondered about that, but I and again, East Wing.
The pay for play part.
Yeah, how should you do it? How should you not do it? But I think the one thing that's very appealing about Trump is the whole notion of there's this bureaucracy and everybody makes us go through a million hoops. It's like, you know what? Someday I'd like to just knock some shit down, and he does it. And I think people say,
we'll get the funds from people that have contracts, or they want to merge, and one of my agencies is going to approve or deny. I mean, that's how they're paying for it.
Sure.
Yeah.
So there's like this. We've just never seen this level of corruption. Obviously, nobody cares.
Well, it's never been this out in the open.
No, and it's brazen.
I'm sure it's happened before. But
no question.
Not like this.
It's
not where it's.
It's sort of funny. By the way, I got a pretty good view. I was on the way to the airport Monday of the East Wing and so forth. But again,
from the air,
from driving right next to it. So as close as you can get. But
I thought they had tarps around it, so you couldn't really see.
Well, no, I could see part of the White House, and then you could see, and then some construction kind of thing.
Okay.
But on the way, the lack of traffic around the White House, just the lack of traffic in downtown D.C. It was the Uber driver compared it to COVID because the government shutdown. It was, I've never seen D.C. like that. Of course, I wasn't there in COVID, obviously, but it was kind of eerie. Yeah, no, nobody's working. Everything was empty.
Well, I've been hearing the stories about the National Guard's men and women picking up litter and just kind of keeping themselves busy, policing the barracks, if you will.
It's like policing foot on feet, foot patrol.
Yeah. So, it is
anyway
going to be the most beautiful city in the world. People are going back to restaurants and all. I guess you didn't see any of that.
No.
Oh dear.
I did actually see a few people in restaurants. DC, I love DC.
Oh yeah,
it's just a fabulous city. And I was with an Uber driver who was from Guinea in West Africa, lived in France for 10, 12 years, went to school there, then met his wife, and she moved to the States and got a job in DC. So he obviously came with her. And he was talking about how much he loved DC. And we got to talking about, and I don't know if you guys believe this or feel this way, but we've sort of agreed that the two best spots on Earth are either where the citizens of the world come together, which is DC, New York, whatever, LA, any great city like that, or out in the middle of nowhere.
Of course. Yeah.
Any place where everybody's the same, it's a lot less interesting. But if you're out in the middle of nowhere, that's a certain kind of existence that feels good or can. But if you're in the middle of what the world has to offer right there, that feels like life force too.
Yeah, where you either have everything or nothing.
Yeah, pretty much. But you don't want to be.
Although that nothing is usually you're surrounded by a lot of nature, which is a lot.
Exactly.
Right? No buildings.
Exactly. Yeah. Or maybe really tiny town. I like really, really tiny towns. But 15,000 people, maybe even 5,000 people on up. Certainly you don't want the burbs. No offense.
God, no.
Sorry.
I think the two best places in the world is this podcast when Shawn's here and this podcast when Erica's here. And when they're both here, it's heaven.
I like it when they're either all here or you guys are nobody's here.
Well, that kind of covers it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, no, anyway, it's a good, interesting trip.
So I'm doing the show note, and I'm writing down Shawn waxes. Philosophical.
Well, it puts you, on the late night, it was raining and got in a car, an Uber. This guy, oh, God, this is, you watch the news, you think so. This guy was from Afghanistan, moved to the States 5 years ago. This country collapsed. He was a dentist over there. Obviously, he can't practice here, so he's driving an Uber driver.
Yeah, there's no teeth over here.
He had to leave. The bureaucracy of all that. He had to leave. He's got 4 kids and his wife, and he had to leave everybody, and he's sending money back, trying to support him. But he's seen him one time, he told me.
So he's not going to sign up for our soulmates?
So there was just his whole being. It's like this guy had this life. He's a dentist. The culture collapses. The country collapses. He moves here.
Did you ask to see his papers?
No, I did not. But I appreciated him too because he drove really slowly. Sometimes you get in these.
The last Uber driver I had was also from Afghanistan, and he almost got us in a car accident.
Yeah, no,
in the city and almost died.
Yeah, I can't take
now, the
this
previous
anymore.
guy was from Mexico, and he was fucking hilarious. That guy was a blast.
But don't you love
tits.
listening? Don't you love
tits
listening? Don't you love listening to the stories?
Oh yeah,
and these life
but I
stories
like
and
talking to people that are just vastly different from me, either politically or ethnically. I don't know. I'm curious.
And they almost always love our country. I mean that right?
Well, yeah, it's not Afghanistan.
A lot of teeth here.
Yeah.
You still going with that joke?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
If it didn't work the first time.
It was getting kind of deep. I was trying to move it along. I thought we'd
there you
move
go.
the show along, but now we're talking about cab rides. With no green jackets.
Is him wanting to play with us again mean
Not
that
one
he's
jacket.
turning into a geek, or we're turning into cool guys?
Football season is here. If your plan for retirement is to hit an 8-leg parlay, maybe you should call or text Luke Nowacki at 248-663-4748 after that fails, or maybe even before you place that long shot. The key to long-term investing is to have less anxiety in the markets than Maz has in the Sparty Concourse. Because when you call Luke and Zach, they'll make it all about you, sweetheart.
Securities and investment advisory services offered through
Mosaic Wealth.
Inc. member FINRA-SIPC.
Mosaic Wealth.
Inc. is separately owned, and other entities and/or marketing names, products, or services referenced here are independent.
Mosaic Wealth.
Inc.
So we had some debate as to what Geeks of the Week we may roll out here, and I'm going to throw one out here real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And if somebody wants to jump in, that's great. But I loved reading this story by Paul Egan of the Free Press. He's actually the Jamie LaRue of the political team. So Shawn may find his work to be somewhat long and tedious and about shipwrecks.
She does great work.
She does do great work. Just enough with the dead boats. Says Shawn. So anyways, Paul says that this lawyer is being held in contempt. Did you guys hear about this?
Is this the guy that had his pants off, or is this?
No, that was the cop.
Oh, that was an officer.
That was the
That's
cop
right,
who was testifying with us. The Tubin testimony, they call that.
That was great though, because he had his full uniform on, waist up.
Yeah,
and didn't realize what was in frame. I mean, we've been doing this for 5 years now.
Was he butt naked?
No, I think he had his drawers on, but he didn't have any trousers on.
Did he have boxers or briefs?
I didn't look that hard because I think it was more the shirt tail was kind of laying it.
Yeah, that was enough.
Yes, it was
because there's pros and cons each way. You know?
He was not presentable to serve the public.
Like if you're in briefs, you're like, oh my God, that's a Speedo look. You don't want to see, that.
Which is why God invented boxer briefs.
The pubic hair is kind of squiggling out the side there, but if it's a boxer, then you can completely fall out of that. So that's
you need Manscaped.
Wow. So I guess
dangerous. Too.
I'm going to change it to Shawn doesn't wax. 1 minute he's waxing, the next minute wax on, wax off.
Wait a second. So you guys shave your bush? Seriously?
We were sponsored one time by Manscaped and given free
myself.
Free.
So you're walking around with itchy red burn?
No, I don't. No.
Well, as anybody who's ever listened to the Drew and Mike show knows,
it's not an all or nothing.
I just remember a dare in middle school, and people shaved. So a couple of people shaved half the bush, and then they got nicknamed Half Bush.
Wait, middle school?
Yeah,
that shrub.
No, we were living in farm country. You get pubic hair when you're like in the 4th grade.
What?
Wow, I guess that
but there was a kid who did it.
Tending to the crops analogy goes a little too far.
Yeah, there was a kid who did it, and they only shaved half. And then, of course, showed him this back when everybody would take showers together in the. God, this sounds like a. What? It sounds like a.
Sounds like you're on
the way we
on
used
the
to.
Lions.
No, seriously, you'd shower. Not only would you shower if you were part of a team in high school or middle school, but you'd shower after PE.
Yeah, we had when I was a freshman, not in 4th and 5th.
No,
grade.
middle school. You showered
not in 6th, 7th, or 8th. We didn't.
No, but we did because we were not as worried about that kind of stuff back then. Anyway, so there was the evidence. He shaved half the bush, and forever he was known as Half Bush.
It's a good nickname.
At least he wasn't known as Crop Circles. That would have been uncomfortable.
Oh God, yeah, crop circles.
Jesus,
not good.
Boy, Shawn's like, we gotta get through Geek of the Week real fast. So
we just did. I
got this story about guys.
Somebody
with
no pants. That's it, right?
I do want to hear what did Egan write about?
The moment's passed, Mark.
No,
okay,
go.
I'm gonna try and recapture the magic. So this attorney is on this call with the judge, and it's a Zoom call. And after they're done, he goes, "Thank you, Judge," and then added, "Fucking cunt."
What an idiot!
Yeah. So, and the reason why I'm doing this is not.
Can I guess that the judge probably vastly overreacted?
Let's just put it that the Right Honorable Yasmin Poles did not appreciate this, and also had ruled against his client in a criminal case. But here's the part: what really made me pick this. Besides, we've all had
hilarity
that. We've all had that thing. It's like, oh shit, the call's still on. Not that we use those words, but Shawn would love this. The guy tried to get out of it by saying, I wasn't referring to the gender. It's like, the British use the C word.
Oh, that's stupid.
Oh, it's the Shawn Windsor defense.
That's an honorific.
Yeah, and I don't think it's going to work, but he's just like, yeah, you guys... It's not.
I just got back from London.
It's not that I was rude to you. You're just not cultured. That's all.
Shouldn't he have been?
You need to get out more. You effing C word.
He should have pulled his phone up and be like, "I just got a text. This lady was bothering me all day. I'm sorry. It wasn't intended for you. I was talking to my phone."
Well,
I mean, isn't that a more reasonable excuse?
I think
someone walked in the room.
I think we all know that when you tell one woman, "No, you're not the C word. I was referring to another C word." That doesn't really work out. They don't ever want to hear that word.
Well, you could say it was a guy on the phone. You just call
yeah, well, unless his name was, bloody well good Charlie or something.
You could have just said, I meant to say twat.
Or Prince Andrew.
Oh, God.
Or former Prince Andrew. So anyways, we will let you know how this case ends up.
Look on Mark's face.
But
well, for what?
At that word. Yeah. You don't like that word?
What?
Yeah. The Brits love that word too.
No, I mean just aesthetically how it sounds. It's just I don't like the way. It's like the word moist. Moist just sounds gross too. So does just the TW.
No, but cunt and twat work because the hard sound, right? There's an edge to the way you end it when it comes out of your mouth.
Yeah,
that's
but
part of the power of the word.
The W I think makes it gross. I don't know why.
Well,
I don't know why.
I'm now regretting
You're moving
this.
your fingers like you're. What is that? Like you're tickling your balls
Can
or something?
we just move on?
I'm very much regretting this. By the way, a Michigan lawyer who gave a middle finger.
We're still. I guess we're not moving on.
I was just going to talk over the. I was just going to talk over
No.
the sound.
Everybody loves it when you talk over a sounder.
There's another case where a Michigan lawyer gave a middle finger during an online court hearing who got a $3,000 fine. Mr. Seward got a $7,500 fine.
What?
He's appealing it. So we'll keep you up to date on the
Free speech
on the travails of Counselor Marshall Tauber,
A little
who apparently is
heavy-handed.
well traveled. Well traveled.
Oh, jeez.
Cheerio.
Fucking cunt. I was talking about you, Howard.
It's going to cost you, son.
There's an all-night party. 7609. And you can dance together all night if you've got the time.
It's Veterans Day, and if you're listening to this show later in the week, hopefully you honored our veterans. You told your friends who serve, people like my friend Chad, Chris, Andrew, all the guys who have served, and the women as well, that you appreciate their service and don't boo when they're getting inducted, no matter who's inducting them. We want to go back to a little bit of a new wave feel. There was a tune that came out back when we were in high school when Shawn had some sort of mohawk in his pants, and this was this may be the only Hardcastle.
Was a mohawk.
It was a mohawk. Was it
very scatological
American?
show today, by the way.
Flat top? What was it?
It was more of a mullet. No,
Oh, gross.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't even know
what's that?
I don't even know what that
business
means.
up front,
What has
dingleberry in
happened
the
to our
back.
what's happened to our show? This is all my fault.
You.
It's all my fault.
It is your
if
fault.
my kids were listening to this, oh God, that would be awful.
Hope this is one of these weeks when my mom missed the show.
I'm a terrible father. It's a bad example. Oh.
But yes, and apparently you could probably use a trip to a
Just get to the music so
hairdresser.
I don't keep hurting myself.
I know. Before you say something about veterans' pubes. What's going on?
That's
I love it.
High and tight.
I love it when Mark says something that's kind of, and then
I didn't
Who
say
said
it.
that? Yeah.
He's the guy who
going on?
farts on the elevator and gets off on the next floor, and you're like, "We're going to the top."
Oh my God, yeah.
So
great.
And you're the guy that farts under the bed and then holds the covers over the partner.
That's too much work.
it's called a Dutch oven, Shawn. I
know.
thought someone who knows his way around a kitchen like you would have understood that.
I knew that was a Dutch oven.
Yes. So no Dutch heritage here, but
She loved the note of the
How did we,
etymology of that
how
word.
did how
Why
did
is
how did
that?
the smell of shit get associated with the Dutch in the first place?
That's what I mean.
I wonder where that comes from.
I don't know.
But you can say etymology, that's fine. But I wonder where it comes from.
we're gonna have to research that one, Shawn.
The tulip bubble? I don't know.
We'll get back to you next week.
Oh.
So as our attempt to honor our veterans has gone sadly off the rails.
Windmills, they stink somehow. I don't.
Canals?
Oh yeah,
Which is kind of like anal.
Yeah, you're not going to swim in those canals in Amsterdam, are you?
I know. That's what happened, Elric. I didn't want to say the C word or the T word or the A word today.
Okay, before we get to Anne Frank, this is
Did
Paul
you fart, by the way? 'Cause I'm
Hardcastle
starting to smell
with
Oh, boy.
19. No, 19.
Are you ready now? I'm sorry. That was your setup.
play this song.
I was ready 2 minutes ago.
I didn't want him to talk over it.
Play the song.
Just kick that
In 1965,
DJ.
Vietnam seemed like just another foreign war. But it wasn't. It was different in many ways, and so were those who did the fighting. In World War II, the average age of the combat soldier was 26. In Vietnam, he was 19. 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 19.
The heaviest fighting of the past 2 weeks continued today, 25 miles northwest of Saigon.
I wasn't really sure what was going on.
19. In Vietnam, the combat soldier typically served a 12-month tour of duty, but was exposed to hostile fire almost every day. 19.
than 700 enemy troops were killed last week in that sensitive border area. Throughout all of South Vietnam, the enemy lost a total of 2,689 soldiers.
Administration study, half of the Vietnam combat veterans suffer from what psychiatrists call post-traumatic stress disorder. Many vets complain of alienation, rage, or guilt. Some succumb to suicidal thoughts. 8 to 10 years after coming home, almost 800,000 men are still fighting the Vietnam War.
wasn't really sure what was going on.
(1985), Paul Hardcastle, who really didn't do too much else in his career, with 19, which was at a time when I think our country was really reconsidering how we treated our veterans who came home from Vietnam, and it was a pretty poignant tune, but also very danceable. So we have lots of...
The song itself is not...
You didn't like it?
No. I mean, the message is great. Shawn's back. Sorry.
Great message.
You were in the bathroom. What are you talking about?
He was just touching up a little bit.
Great message.
I hope he's not using Drew's toothbrush as a comb.
Great message. No song. No on the song. The music.
Okay, well, we have lots of other suggestions for Room 769 that we'll be getting to. Mr. Magoo has one that we'll be getting to shortly.
I got a lot to mess with down there.
In the future.
No, I don't mean it that way. I mean my gut. You know.
Well, I guess I won't be going to lunch after the show.
Why not?
I think I just tasted a little bit of it.
You can't. You can't handle the human body, human beings. You don't like reality. For somebody that wants the truth and to dig and dig and dig, the great journalist that you are, you sure don't like reality. It's interesting.
Let's just say of the human bodies I'm looking to handle, you're very low on the list. Just because
you have to handle it.
I'd like to keep.
Although I'd like to think you'd give me mouth to mouth if I needed it. You know, maybe I should knock on wood so that I don't speak that into.
I'm thinking another reason to become a soulmate.
You would never hear the end of it, though.
I think the other reason to become a soulmate is so we can hire an HR, and I can send Shawn to HR for unwanted attention.
You would hear about how he saved your life nonstop, but then you would just fire back with how he had to kiss you and make out with you. What?
Which you used?
I just tried to rise above that.
Have you guys seen Pluribus, by the way? I don't know why that reminded me of Apple TV.
Who's in it?
It's something about people get cheery and somebody doesn't know why.
Yeah, it's I mean, I don't want to spoil what happens exactly, but the one way the virus is spread is by making out, like strangers walk up and just go and make out with people. It's great. It's a Vince Gilligan series.
Is it? You like
from
it?
Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul.
Better Call Saul.
I watched the first episode last night. It's fantastic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, highly recommend it.
Okay.
I'm watching Jack Irish right now, which is
what
guy,
platform is that on?
It's a Guy Pearce.
ITV?
No, it's
in
on
Ireland only.
It is on.
You can't get ITV here.
RTE
unless you do a
Prime?
VPN.
I think it's on Prime, but it's
what's it called?
It's called Jack Irish. It's a Australian sort of crime series.
Is it good?
Starring Guy Pearce from LA
I've watched the trailer for that.
It's very good. He's a sort of a dissipated lawyer who becomes a part-time private eye, but is really just kind of a bum who gets in all these crazy situations.
Yeah, I've seen a trailer for that.
He's really good. It's a good show. Anyway, so room 769, please send your suggestions to mlsoulofdetroit@gmail.com. Please send us a story with your song. We got a couple we'll be getting to in the next week or two, so thank you for those, but we can never have enough great stories or great songs. And now we want to thank, and for once we really do get to thank, some of our supporters. Once we hear that wonderful Max Pro Cop music.
Sorry, Shawn was talking to my ear, so I wasn't ready for it.
I'm sorry.
You
just fire away. I'll get to it.
You don't want to share it with the whole group? Okay, I see. All right, then.
He's in a hurry. How about that? No. I don't know.
Oh, dear. So we've got two.
No, it's just
he wanted to talk about his pubes some more.
Oh, it's just an internal clock I have about when's the clock about to run out. You know?
Some would say half an hour ago. We want to thank our new soulmates.
Yeah, cut the most interesting part of the show. Go ahead.
Robert Nolan and Richard Rose, thank you for heeding the call to support us as we hit a bit of a rough patch. And Lou Leonard, who did a one-time donation, which is a time-honored way to support the show.
Is that the guy you called a pedophile?
I think I call him a pterodactyl, but I just mispronounced it.
I think how much he probably would have donated more if he
Wait, Lou Leonard's? That's the same. Wait a second.
I was trying.
Ann Arbor, Lou Leonard.
Yeah. I was trying to.
He donated.
I was trying to come up with that word that Charlie used that I couldn't even guess how to spell it. Was it pedagogy?
I think so. Let me get this straight. If we are out and about in the street and we meet somebody that likes the show, or meet somebody that knows somebody that likes the show, and they tell us, and we shout them out, we're going to get a donation?
Only if they're as good of a guy as Lou Leonard.
Wow. I didn't know. Oh, thank you, Lou.
Let me tell you what Lou had to say. Gentlemen, Shawn, ML, and Mark, imagine my surprise hearing my name mentioned on the Soul of Detroit podcast.
Slandered.
Jamie, my son, is friends with Sam and Jake, and they tailgate together at Jamie's girlfriend's house, 2 blocks from the big house.
Oh, nice.
You're all welcome to come by any time for all the beer and food you can handle. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Lou. And by that, he means everybody who can hear the sound of my voice. Casey, Jamie's girlfriend, Dad and Mom have been hosting a tailgate for decades at a time at their home, where you're also welcome to stay if you don't have a place to pass the evening after the game. That's Casey with a K, so if you get lost in the neighborhood, you say, Casey with the cam crashing at your folks' house.
It's a fabulous family. Her brother...
What was that address again, Shawn?
Casey's brother's name is Alec, and he's my son Jake's best friend since like 2nd grade. Oh. And the family's they're just a fabulous family. Yeah, they live on, I don't want to say, I guess I shouldn't say, but they live 10 houses from the stadium, maybe.
I think they...
Very little neighborhood.
What's the social security number?
I think they may have told us 2 blocks away, yeah. Way to dox them. While Jamie and Sam converse, Jake, or Bacon, I'm sure there's a story there, and I discussed the podcast.
It's an elementary school teacher, gave him a nickname, Bacon.
Okay.
Better than, what was that? What was your buddy's name with half pubes? Was it half pubes?
There were 3 Jakes in the class, and because his last name is Windsor, the teachers thought, oh, Canada, Canadian bacon, and just dropped the bacon. So.
Well, it's
a long way for a nickname.
What's the size of the bus that goes to that school? Or at least for the teachers. Anyway,
I love when somebody else is talking. He's such an narcissist. He's never interested. It's awesome.
This is Lou's time to shine. I'm trying.
All right, sorry. Yes, you're right. Go ahead.
Lou's loving this.
Carry on.
We're extending Lou's time. Go on. Thank you, Lou.
Lou says, I discussed the podcast, and sorry, ML, about Shawn's stellar contribution to the podcast. Bacon and I spoke about Shawn's travels and shared stories about his dad's adventures or misadventures and life as a writer traveling around following the sport teams in Metro Detroit. I'm what ML might call a Walmart Wolverine. While I didn't attend U of M, go Hurons! My wife and daughter graduated from the U, while Jamie is a proud Spartan. Well, you're batting .333, Lou. Lou Leonard, 3rd person. I love it. Lou Leonard, 3rd person, does know what pedophile means. And shame on you, ML. I don't know what he's talking about. And yes, I do have a vast vocabulary. For better or worse, this is what an English literature degree gets you.
Oh, cool.
While I've never met Shawn, Bacon is a very close second to his dad's wry wit and humor. And also, I guess, salty and dry. Thanks again for my 15 seconds of fame on the podcast, and I'll follow up with a donation to the Soul of Detroit, which he did, but only if I can get a Go Blue out of Elric. Does that count?
No, because that was a quote.
Do it.
Go Blue.
Oh.
Peace out. Lou Leonard, friend of Bacon, father of Jamie. And he
nice
will
to know that Elric can be bought.
He will be joining us. He will be joining us in studio for a future show.
Oh, cool. Good.
Who, Lou?
Yeah. With the address for Casey's place, we can all crash there.
Okay.
After the Ohio State game.
We only have one more chance to crash that party.
When they tear down the goalpost.
I've actually been to that tailgate long time ago.
Is it nearby the other tailgate? Maybe I'll stop by. Drew's tailgate?
It's not too far. Yeah, it's
Okay.
not too far. Yeah, no, maybe I'll come get you, and we should
That's
walk
fair.
up there and
Let's
say
do
hi
it.
to Lou.
Make that a Drew and Lou day.
We'll try to do that, Lou. No promises, but we'll try to do that.
And
Make sure you're there.
Lou got us
Or
thinking that if you would like to sit in on a show with us, if you make a one-time donation of $500, we will let you be a fly on the wall.
And you can drive all the way to St. Clair Shores, where our studio is.
And we won't swat you. It's fern. Is that why you're always late? You get the wrong
You
directions?
go to St. Clair Shores first and backtrack.
I do.
Taking a long way. Okay.
I do. Wait, did you say I'm always late? You have no right to say a word. But anyway, this is HR business. We need to take this
They
off
call
the
me
mic.
Johnny Prompt. I'm here all the time.
I gotta bring this up too. Every week you send a notification like what your time of arrival,
Like any good boss.
which is it's actually nice because then I know okay this is approximate. But every time I see it, I go, it's gonna be 10 minutes later than this. Why does it always get longer? Do you make stops after you send
No,
that?
because of the construction on 696. What's happened?
Is the Riviera missing a cylinder?
Yeah, and
Or
this
two?
time of year, no. In fact, shout out to Fred and Fred Jr. at Midway Transmission. They got the Riv running like never
How
before.
much did they donate?
Hey, I'll
What are they gonna make you say?
Well, what kind of price did they?
It's what they saved me. I dumped all my transmission fluid in the driveway unintentionally. Took it to the shop.
Glad you clarified
was
that.
very
by the way.
scared. They called me $150 to fix it. I thought I've never heard of a transmission shop fixing anything for $150. I'm like, this is too good to be true. I said, while you got it,
Maybe it wasn't broken.
Can you, is it shifting better now? And they're like, what do you mean? I said, well, I thought low transmission fluid wouldn't go into the higher gears. So, well, we'll take it for a ride. Okay. I call back on Monday. This is Friday. I call back on Monday like, something's funny there. And, okay, we got to ask. All right, well, I'll come into the shop. We take a look at like, yeah, this cable, we can't get the cable to reach. It's not climbing the gears. And then it said, we're probably going to have to drop the transmission. Even then, we don't know if we can. I'm like, so now is my car dead? Like, we can't make any promises. Well, Fred Jr. says, let me see what I can do. I said, well, keep it for a couple of days. By the time I was out of it, $300.
Oh.
Car shifts like new. It's never run so good. Midway Transmission, Roseville, Michigan. Get your ass out there. Tell Fred and Fred Jr. that ML sent you. $300.
Cool.
Never in the history of motorized transportation has somebody got out of a transmission
that
shop.
must suck being
Never in history.
That must suck
Never.
being a mechanic, especially.
Ever.
Never.
It must suck just because everybody thinks you're ripping them off, right?
Yeah.
Like every customer probably thinks they're getting ripped off unless you have
It's like being a journalist. Everybody thinks you're lying.
Well, they don't know, and then they just
Shoot
know it's
fist.
a lot. But all these shops, they're in danger because with these electric cars, the auto companies are not allowing them to figure out how to repair these cars, so that when we go to these hybrids and
But why do people always feel like they're getting ripped off when they take their car in somewhere?
Well, I think partly because they're upset. First of all. Second of all, they don't understand what went wrong.
Oh, no one wants to take it.
Third of all, they're inconvenienced.
Yeah.
And then it's never cheap because you have to pull shit apart and then put it back together. And you don't know what you're going to find when you're in there.
Most mechanics, especially those smaller shops, they're well beyond honest because they're a smaller shop and they want your business.
Yeah. The other thing is most mechanics charge by, there's a book that tells you how much a repair should cost. So it's like, we got to do this probably, it's 3 hours, that's $150. But if something goes wrong and they quote you wrong, then they either have to tell you that and charge you more and take your abuse, or they have to eat it. And some places eat it and some don't. I don't know.
Do you think Lou could fix a transmission as an English? By the way,
as a pterodactyl, what was he?
By the way, did you guys think
a
we had
heterotrope? What was it, Mark? What was he?
You call him a pedophile.
No, you call him a pterodactyl. You misheard it. But what was the word Charlie used?
Pedagogy, wasn't it?
Yeah, because his pedagogy. Actually, I think he got English degree to read.
I think. Did you guys know we had many English listeners out there?
No, I think it's great.
I do too.
Yeah, we do.
Fabulous.
Most of them say.
And you call him a pedophile, so that's
most of them say. No, I didn't say that. I said he may be on list. He's not.
Oh.
He's not.
So you qualified it with the
better.
maybe.
Yeah, that's better.
Not even a maybe, but the maybe.
He is on the list. Favorite listeners. He's number one on that
he's
list.
right up there.
So if you would like to sit on this show for $500, make a one-time donation.
Or if you want Elric to say something he doesn't want to say.
MLSoulofDetroit.com. You can do it by Venmo, PayPal. We'll work out a date with you. And if you're lucky, Eric will be. If you're not,
so does that mean, by the way, Mike Stone's going to come
What's
join
that, Dad of Bacon?
Mike Stone's going to come join us in studio. And not,
Is he? Okay.
And not too much longer. He wants to drive. He wants to see the whole setup. Mostly he just wants to say hi to Drew. But should he pay us $500 to come?
Why, I assume you charge him up front.
You know what I mean?
Stoney's got old-time radio money. He should be paying us consultants. We could teach him a thing or two about broadcast.
I miss that guy. That's a good man.
You know, we'll have him in soon. He's willing whenever.
So, okay. So anyway, thank you to our new soulmates. Thanks for keeping us coming back. And now it's time for a little feedback.
We just had the feedback. We're done. No?
Who's running this operation?
It's weird. Now it's time for a little... What? You're dismissing Lou by saying, now it's time for a little feedback. Wasn't that feedback?
Lou gets to stand out on his own.
Okay. Sorry, Lou.
Well, you get a lot of mileage out of that donation.
I mean, you're only making it take longer, Shawn.
Michael Johnson, not Michael Johnston.
Oh.
Or Michael Johnson, but Michael Johnson, yes, he makes a distinction, says, sorry I'm late responding to the October 21st podcast where you discussed Al Sabaka's trial.
Yeah.
Now, he did get back to us a couple weeks ago, so he was a little late and we're a little late, but we've been trying to catch up. He says, the answer to Mark's question, was there a bathroom anywhere nearby, was answered in Teresa's Ball. This is January 19th, 2024 article. In it, she said, Sabaka made a conscious decision to urinate in an open workplace inside Little Caesars Arena instead of utilizing a nearby bathroom.
Not define nearby.
So Michael points out, while the firing of Sabaka seemed harsh and I feel the Wings could have let him just retire, I think a couple of facts reported by Teresa in her January 19, 2024 article support the firing. Sabaka wasn't just a worker, he was a manager and was held to a higher standard. He did not have a clean record. It says he was disciplined twice.
Well, that was the one. That was my big question because I didn't see that in the recent stuff and didn't remember because I'm not on the Sabaka beat. But it was always like, well, has he been written up before? Has been warned before? And then somebody I know, I'm not gonna say who it is, but somebody I know who works with that organization and was around him was like, this was basically the final straw, is how he said it. Which I'm like, okay, that's interesting.
Well, so he was written up twice over 51 years, according to Michael, quoting Teresa. The first time was in 1987 when he was suspended for 60 days for helping two women sneak into a concert. I assume word left out of there was two smoking hot women sneak into a concert.
That's interesting because this person that called me said that was the kind of thing he was doing, was abusing the rights to get people into the building.
Okay, well, I
don't know. This is hearsay. This is not admissible.
And then in 2006, he was suspended for 2 weeks over a phone call he made to a Detroit Tigers colleague that the company felt was inappropriate. He probably said the Tigers suck, which in 2006.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he probably used the word
They were good.
twat.
There's a world. Yeah. So, anyways, let's see.
It just sucks though the way he left and was like poof. And
Michael also says Sabaka's main defense was that he was fired due to his age. And he says, you fire someone due to their age to save money by hiring somebody younger, but Sabaka's younger replacement was hired at the exact same salary, so there was no benefit to the Red Wings. So Michael is not as sympathetic to Al as maybe some of you may be, and he's using my wife to make his case, which lots of people have used Teresa's arguments to defeat my logic, but that's goes beside
your logic.
And you know, Michael,
not his argument.
Again,
his logic.
We have Michael Johnson, then we have Michael Johnson, and then we have Michael Johnston. And if this is the Michael Johnson I'm thinking of, this dude has lived an amazing life. He's basically kind of like an amateur James Bond, and one day we're going to have to tell you his full story. He's retired military, has been all over the world, has done very successful.
We'll give him a discount since he was in the military. We'll charge him $250 to come in.
There's another tease.
Maybe we'll charge him half off, like your
pubes,
your coiffure for your boy's junk. Who did that trimming, by the way?
I don't know. They trimmed it. I don't know.
We have another piece of feedback.
Yeah, go ahead. Fire away.
Okay. It says...
anything to get off his pubes.
It says, you may have food stamps pending for you, ML soul of. Move to the next window to find out more. We'll check on that. And I think that's it for the feedback. We've had a lot of people... Oh, wait a minute. We have a lot of people who are upset about the gambling and sports and who wants to do a whole show on that.
It must be losing.
But I'm going to try and encapsulate it with this one email from Soccer Dad. With a new sports gambling cheating scandal breaking every week, wondering if Windsor's college-age sons have ever confided in him that they and or their pals are struggling with online gambling addictions. A highly respected sports columnist ought to detail how destructive this parasitic shit is in middle and high schools and college campuses statewide. It needs to be made illegal in Michigan again. If you want to gamble on a game or prop bet or slots, drive to MGM or up to Soaring Eagle or a corner store for a scratch-off. Casinos shouldn't be in anyone's pocket. That's from Soccer Dad, WI. And I
you know what?
Agree.
Completely agree.
Okay.
It's
as a degenerate gambler, I don't agree.
Yeah, but you're but you're how old are you?
49.
Okay.
He's not a middle school.
Well, you have to be a certain age to download the app. I mean, you have to be a certain age to drink. No, you have to be a certain age to smoke marijuana.
This is
What?
It's a problem.
It's incredibly addictive.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a big problem.
Yeah.
Soccer Dad's not long.
Stick to porn, kids. So
pretty much. Yeah. I pretty much.
And of course,
and a little weed. Just don't drive.
And maybe a little ground maintenance
That's
there below
too.
the belt line.
What's that?
That's addictive too.
Not in the same way. Weed's not.
Well, Shawn and I finally agree on something.
No, I'm not.
And that usually means
then it's not addictive because you smoke all
it's
the time.
time to go.
What?
No?
Are you done? I thought you were in a hurry, like you are every week.
I'm not in a hurry.
No, I think when
I do need to go, but I'm in a hurry to just see you guys out the headphones.
So weird.
Mark, do you want to jump in here?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. To let you say, Cyrus, take us out.
Can you dig that?
Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
This is the epic drama of the greatest disaster in the history of
podcasting.
Goodbye, my dears.
Shawn.
Here for the first time is the story of
the soul of Detroit.